Okay, 12, 8, adding mixed numbers. We did this yesterday. We're a bit more confident with it now, so it's probably gonna go a lot quicker. When I'm adding a mixed number, I like to stack it. So I do 2 and 7/8 plus 1 and 3/8. Now, I don't draw a line here yet because I like to add my new mixed number into my equation. Eventually, you might not need to do that part, and I'll show you how you would do that next. But for now, my next step is to circle my fractions to show that I am using them. This is a version of tic-tac-toe in a way, guys. It's reminding myself I've already dealt with them, so I'm not re-adding them up. 7/8 plus 3/8 is 10/8. Can that be simplified? Yes, it can. 2, 5/4. That can't go down anymore. Now I need to reproperize and make this a mixed number. I do that by saying, how many times can 4 go into 5? Once. And what would be left over? 1 would be left. That denominator stays put. 1 and 1/4. Now I can add my new mixed number into my equation. 1 and 1/4, and I can draw my line to show I'm done. I am not adding 7/8 or 3/8 to 1/4 because those literally are 1 and 1/4 right there. So it'd be like adding an extra amount. 2, 3, 4, and 1/4. No biggie, right? Okay, let's do another one. 1 and 7/8 plus 1 and 2/8. This time, I am going to draw my line, and I'll show you what you can do. I still make my circle. 7/8 plus 2/8 is 9/8. Can that be simplified? No, that stays put. So now I make my new mixed number. 8 can go into 9 once. What's left over? 1/8. Now, I just mentally tell myself this needs to be added to this. And all I'm doing is, what's 1 plus 1?
2.
Plus 1
3.
plus 1/8? 3 and 1/8. So I just have to kind of keep myself aware that this is also getting added to it. But it saves a little space and maybe goes a little quicker because I'm spending 2 seconds less not writing it an extra time. It's up to you. Okay, let's do another one. 2 and 4/10 plus 5 and 5/10. I noticed something here. What's 4 plus 5?
9.
Does this make an improper fraction? No. So guess what I get to do? Boop, 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 boop. Done. That's it. If it's not improper and it can't be simplified, because 9/10 cannot be simplified, I'm just doing addition. I'm adding 2 fractions with like denominators and I'm adding 2 wholes. That's it. Even better, if I get something like this, like 3 and 1/4 plus 5, all I have to do is 5 plus 3 and throw in 1/4. 5 plus 3 is 8 and 1/4. So if you see something like that, don't let it throw you off. Say, yay, thanks, because it's an easy one. Okay, so let's do 4 and 2/3 plus 1 and 2/3. That one I can tell right off the bat, it's gonna be improper. Circle my fractions. 2/3 plus 2/3 is 4/3. Cannot be simplified, so I'm gonna make my whole number. 3 can go into 4 once. What's left? 1/3. That denominator stays put. 4, 5, 6 and 1/3. That's it. All right, last one. 6 and 5 twelfths plus 4 and 11 twelfths. Okay, circle my fractions. What's 5 twelfths plus 11 twelfths? 16 twelfths. Can that be simplified?
Yes.
Okay.
4 thirds.
4/3. Right, because I can,
Oh, yeah. Both of them.
because in my head I can go, well, half of it would be 8 and 6, but I can go further than that and make it 4 and 3. Can that go any further? No. So, hey, wait a second. Didn't I just do this?
Yeah.
I did. So, one thing you should always be aware of is sometimes, a lot of times, you're going to have the same fractions to deal with. Don't do extra work when you just did it. Oh, I just dealt with 4/3. I know 4/3 is 1 1/3.
Oh.
Always check back. Maybe you've done the work already and it's right there and you don't need to do it twice. Now, it's not bad to do it twice. Sure. No, go for it. It's good for your brain. But I always like to give you little sneaky ways that you can get through it quicker. That's one of it. You've already done it. Don't do it twice. 1 1/3. So 6 plus 4 plus 1
11.
and 1/3. No biggie, right?
One that we've ever done.
I mean, but it's not that this is hard math to add up. It's just the steps that you're doing. And that's it.
That's easy.
It's really not that bad. You just have to remember your steps. Do not make the mistake of going, oh, okay, so 5 plus 11 plus 1 more. You're not re-adding them. Don't do that. It's like a tic-tac-toe thing. Once you've done this has been redistributed and changed into something else. That's where you can make some mistakes, okay? Other than that, I think we're good.